know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times, yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head. Follow me around, okay, blessings, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, blessings, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, blessings, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, blessings, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, blessings, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, blessings, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. No pulse and all alone. Time's not kind and it won't let go. No thoughts left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black. As the soul in me and the heart I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring safe only, even though we burn from the light I bleed. But she bring me back, not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Oh, you bring me to life.
Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun. They claiming that we the one, never one-on-one. Teamwork till we done. Sent on a mission, we got ambition. Never scared, we won't run. Never one and done. Some sit back and some like the hunt. I pick my teammates up when they fall. And if I ball, we all ball. Crashing balls, crossovers and all. Just call us the balls. Don't fear nothing, call us galore. Serving them all. We outside, we barely indoors because we gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back. This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you could climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes all close their eyes and fantasize. Young Divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer
1,
to
drive.
you.
Ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll.
Let's take it.
Down the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know.
We'll take it.
Round and round again.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Sarah, why you leaving me? Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Cody, fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Sarah, why you leaving me? Put me on my misery.
I was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive. We come alive in the nighttime.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up signs and I see we're there. And I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be waiting again. I know that you won't be Right from the start, I see the end. A world torn apart, but I know we're meant. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be waiting again. I know that you won't be
Yeah. Ay, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper with minimum effort. Yeah, your corpse getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight W's, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basic, skipping this classes. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we counting them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this. Don't like surprises. I cause a crisis. Man, I'm a scientist. With the music, I spice things up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you'll have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard.
I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different. Tell me everything's alright. Life is just a bunch of faces, and if it's not, we'll still be fine. I know we're going places. I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
You put me in the perfect light for, and that's when you can see all my flaws. And I could tell you don't mind that, oh no. You said come a little closer, come here and I can show you. So I came a little closer. You said I'll show you how to love you, how to love you. How to love you.
Alright, folks, welcome to another night of the ESEA Mountain Dew League. Apologies for the delay there. We had an update kickoff right as we were trying to go live, as so often happens. Thank you, Valve, for that one. You're just always so generous with those timely, tiny updates that kick us back a little bit. But we're going now. We got a game between Rugrats and Depth, and the action has already popped off. We have a kill, we have a tag, we have buddies hitting the floor. I'm Darth Mike. This is Boggs. Austin, what do you make of this matchup?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting with Cobra replacing Xander on Rugrats. Xander, one of the longest-standing members of the Rugrats roster, along with Hunter. But we have some executions coming down towards the B-side. Dare's pushing up Catwalk, sending 3 to their graves. The flank from Cobra could yield something here, but it's a 1v4, and Shane will flick around 90 degrees and tap his head away. To go back to that statement, again, Xander is no longer playing with the Rugrats. It is Cobra now in his stead. And Fang, who played with the Rugrats, I believe it was yesterday, is basically committed to this roster, and it's a bit of a change for the Rugrats. Curry's also gone to Ethereal or X-Polar Ace, so some little shuffles coming around the Rugrats squad, and I'm wondering how this Rugrats team is going to adapt with it. I know they were plugging it earlier. Are they going to get a little more serious with these changes? I'm hoping so.
My question is, what's going to happen with that Recon 5 team now? And I guess nominally this Rugrats team has a better record than that Recon 5 project, but we know they're not playing seriously, to the best of my knowledge. They're pugging, I believe, unless something has changed with this latest round of changes. I know that was the intention this season, was that the majority of the players were either pursuing Valorant or had something else going on, and we're not really practicing. So this is an odd choice for Fang to go into. Obviously, that Recon 5 project has not been meriting the results or yielding the results that we expected early on, with names like Valens and Fugly attached to it, but still, seems a bit early to give up on that project, especially if you're heading over to a Pug squad. We'll see. See what Rugrats can do here. All in all, it's a little bit of a strange move to my eyes. Xander moving off isn't that surprising. He's been more focused on Valorant for a long time now, this entire season. And, you know, if someone wanted his spot, I don't think he was too fussed about it, giving it up. Here's going to be the kills coming in, though. It's Rizu getting to the Deagle lineup, and the Force Buy is off to a brilliant start and a wonderful finish as well. Big plays with the Deag, and he comes away with 3 huge kills. So Depth blown out of the water right away here in this game.
Yeah, they had a bit of a depth charge dropped on there, Mike.
I like it.
Been in the mood for some good old World War II, like, submarine films lately.
Das Boot? Have you seen Das Boot?
Is a legendary film.
I've never seen it. And there's a DVD copy of it sitting on my shelf at home when I was in high school for a long time, and my dad kept trying to persuade us to watch it, and somehow he couldn't persuade my mom that the 3-hour plus World War II U-boat movie was the one that she wanted to watch any given night. Nice kill comes in for Snav. There's some damage onto Hunter as well. They're not out of the woods just yet in this round. The Rugrats, there's some vulnerability here. It was the buy from Depth, but they didn't have a lot of money to show for it. That's now a huge kill for Snav. Now they have 2 rifles. Suddenly this gets so very dangerous. Oh my goodness, that's the last player towards B. This should be a bomb plant now. There's no one towards the site if they just commit. But they're not going to. They're overthinking it on themselves. Problem is Hunter, the guy who could be, I was going to say the guardian of this site. Well, he doesn't have much health, but he catches Snav looking the wrong way. This is going to get so very odd of a round. Rizu again has a chance to be the hero and shut this down, but he has to catch this pillar player, and he'll do nothing of the sort. He's dropped. Kel nearly gets taken out by his teammate, and the bomb's now planted, and Hunter with 2 health has to try and come back through. If he mistimes this jump, he's dead, and he will get shot through the banister. He'll be dropped on down, and that's going to be a second round for Depth. So the Force Buy and then the Force Buy back means that the T's are once again on top here.
And it looks like we're dropping into that war of attrition, or at least there was a chance for it. I believe Rugrats, though, are opting for the... Never mind. They're going to buy late here. Thought they were going to opt for the save, but they do the wise call. They go for the full-on Force. Deagle's on 2. Rezu has that Deaga again. We saw what he did 2 rounds ago with it. M4 for Fang. Scout for Cobra and Mata on the MP9. No kits for the CT side, but a bit of aggression coming up long in the form of Fang. Hunter hanging around in connector, trying to ward off this utility. Fangs popped one. Hunter swings and down goes Snav. 2 picks again going the way of the team, short-changed on weaponry and economy. And Mike, I think that war of attrition may definitely be the play here early on, although we all know those sort of wars favor the T side, as it's always easier to build economy on the attack. Still, if Rugrats can break that streak as they're trying to right here and trying to start things off well, they could certainly swarm with that momentum. Cobra holding out towards Long Hunter, up towards mid, has it upgraded to a Galil, playing Ring Around the Rosie with Dare in party. Shane could be timing too. Hunter free kill, and he's expecting Shane in party, or playground rather. He's not going to be able to land it. 4v2 though should still go the way of Rugrats, barring any heroics from Kel or Shane.
It's a shame for Kel. At this point, it's about doing damage as well, because what you were talking about with that war of attrition, it does usually favor the T side, but you got to kill some people. You got to kill some players from Rugrats to make that happen. And we know that this team is going to be force buying any and all opportunities, right? That's just kind of in their DNA. They're going to be putting the money down. They're going to be putting skin in the game in every round that they can feasibly think about doing so. And so now you've got a situation where you're going to have another double eco, so you're going to have another Deagle buy. Risky to say that you're going to have a successful Deagle buy again, but they're certainly going to try for it. We have a Mac 10 as well. 2 of them actually to show for a teensy bit of utility. For the Rugrats, let's see if they can get over this force buy. It's going to be a nice shot here from Hunter. He gets the tag. Shane down low. Does that nade find him? It does indeed. The airstrike comes in, and Shane is down in the dirt early. So already a nicer start here for Rugrats and having a bit of an advantage. Maybe they can fall back, but Cobra gets out sniped by a Mac 10. And now Hunter's down to the dirt as well. The 2 Mac 10s have found 2 kills. There's a guns found once more. It's a Scout and an M4. Suddenly, again, the force buy is looking dangerous here.
You know, Mike, I feel like I'm watching the old days of Vega Squadron, the Mac-10 being the most powerful gun on the server back in those guys' hands. Because right now, Depth have just won 2 duels they probably had no business winning with those SMGs. They've got the man advantage here against the Rugrats. Thing has the rotation of Mata coming back up to A, but it's not going to work out here as the rest of Depth is heading down towards B, where only Rezu resides. He does have a Molotov, a smoke, and a flashbang, but chances are he will get dry peeked, he will get walked upon. Snav creeping through the smoke. We'll wait for it to fade and then continue forward. Smartly, Rezu will fall back towards Bridge and Graffiti. We'll hear the connector door open. He's heard it. Here it comes. Small, yep. Well, that's huge from Fang.
That is a big kill, but then they take out the Heaven Presence. Now there's the guy back in Graffiti. They know Rizu's here. They've got the damage onto him. That Molly prevents the plant. Running out of time here. 15 seconds to go. Oh, can't bring the bomb that direction. Rizu gets a little bit lucky with that one, but the bomb will be planted. So money is made, and they avoid the spray immediately afterwards. 2v2. So risky. Regardless of the result, this is already a fairly successful round for the T's, but they'd like to win another one of these force buys, and they're going for the bold rotate to do it. It's going to be Havoc to hold the line. Havoc to babysit the bomb. His teammate wants to get around. Dare on low HP. He's a gamble, but that kill should secure it. Now you've got to focus in. You're going to get shot in the back. There's nothing you can do about it. And once more, the force buy works. That is now 4 force buys in a row? 4
Correct.
Successful force buys in a row as we just go back and forth in this crazy tug of war. I'll be honest, I kind of expect Rugrats to buy back in.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. They are on double eco here, so they probably will be going back into this one. Depth have called a timeout here, though. Looking like they don't want to fall victim. They don't want to fall prey to the force buy yet again. Trying to break that streak. And if they can set themselves up for a very strong T-half, somewhere in the range of 8-9 rounds pretty easily. If they are able to reset Rugrats here, they should be able to get 5 without much resistance, but no. Rugrats are going for the conservative play here, Mike. They're going for a couple nades, a CZ upgraded for Fang, maybe something extra for Mata or Rezu. But overall, it's a very passive buy. And I like this call from Rugrats. They know it's not going to be good to continue this war of attrition. They need to try and end something quickly. If they get a couple kills, a couple rifles, maybe things change. They have armor and Mata and a 5-7, but this nade stack will probably be their best chance at getting something, anything in this round. That's a paltry amount of damage to Dare on the initial hit. And now the hit's going to come down towards B, where only Mata sits back to Pillar. He'll go down early to Shane, and that's going to be the free sight just about the round for Depth. Unless the CZ can do something significant, but there's not even any nades left. Hunter's been dealt with early. Fang should be soon to follow. Messy spray, belabored spray. Actually, Dare will fall. Cobra and Rezu. It's the USPs, Mike. They know where Kel is too. Kel's taking a little bit. No, he has not. I think could have hit the corner here. Instead, he drops down. Cobra takes him down, and Fang swings from catwalk. It's not even a force, Mike. It's a half by pistol eco. Nade stack purchase that Rugrats win, and they've run rampant with the USPs.
That made me sad a little bit. Just, oh, pain for depth. How do you lose that? You have sight control with multiple rifles. The Dare even gets the kill on the guy connector and somehow doesn't have it communicated that there's a CC on construction, which he should have known. I'm pretty sure that already popped off shots. He'd certainly sprinted it. He'd made noise. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how he winds up losing to the pistol there. But then everything just falls apart. Your opponents don't have armor. You can't be losing those.
Mike, the worst part too is that Depth called a timeout to Rat Fire.
Yeah!
They called their own timeout and got bodied.
And it's not like Rugrats did anything too special there. Again, they had armorless pistols. Alright, well, this is madness. Rugrats will win the follow-up round because they don't lose against lack of armor. So we finally had a gun round win. We finally had a gun round win the anti-eco. This is the first one of the game. We're on round 8 now. So now we're going to have a rifle round. This is our first rifle round, folks. Round 8. First rifle. Because so many force buys have been won. And it's a 4-3. So this is interesting. There's a stack on the edge of the smoke. They don't know this is happening, but Havoc just whiffs. He'll eventually get the kill, and Snav can get the follow-up, but that should have been a 2-man spray down. That's a big missed opportunity. They should be in a 5v3 right now. And he just couldn't line up the spray. Couldn't line up the kill. Hunter being dropped, though, should mean that this round is firmly in the grasp of Depth. They're going to be able to work their way up towards A. Should be able to get a bomb plant relatively uncontested. I say should. Big asterisk on it, Boggs, because so far, nothing that should happen has seemed to happen so far this game.
Yeah, I would say the unexpected has become the rule of thumb in this game so far. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rezu starts rotating back up to 8. The earliest sign of utility, that smoke should signal something here. Mata has a full belt. Rezu has a nade and a flashbang. All this utility storming in. No rotation up from Rezu yet. Mata's just hiding jump up. He does have an angle, though. That needs to be a kill on a snap. Instead, he swings over to Dare and does some damage onto the player. Back dice that Shane Molotov will take him away, and he'll do more onto Snav. Snav is a dead man walking here in the red. Nade goes out. Shane is so low. Double nades, one from Rezu and one from Mata, and this could turn around back into the favor of the Rugrats. Op, however, is picked up for Snav, back bathrooms, and all 3 Depth players hiding back on lane. Shane from Flower Pot does an angle on the Mata, and down he goes. Rezu full HP, 1v3. Caught out back dice, knows where 2 are. Doesn't know where Kel is, though, who swings out and plays off with Shane. Depth are able to salvage the round, but the money left on Rugrats is insane. 9K on 2 players here. And they should definitely have enough for a buy. We're going to see another gun round here. It's not going to have all the utility. Not going to have the op, most likely, for Hunter. Never mind. He gets dropped an op. And now maybe we're just going to see gun rounds back and forth.
Yeah, maybe. That was a Team Ace from Depth. So that's a nice thing to highlight. I called them out for their lost round previously, so I'll give them a nice kudos here for the Team Ace. You always do love to see it. We'll see if they can convert more cleanly this time. Maybe win the round again. Up against rifles, it's a little bit more of what, you expect to have happen. Snav. Okay, put it together, Snav. The door's been blown off. Think through why they would blow the door off. What are they likely going for here, Snav? Come on, just shoot the panel. Shoot it once. Find Mata. Nope, he's not going to go for it. He's not going to go for it. I don't know whether he realized that door is likely blown off for the boost, but it's going to be Hunter instead who gets a kill elsewhere, out towards the fountain. He's going to go ahead and back away. Ooh. There's the tag. That's the panel spam coming back in, but it's not Snav who gets the tag. He actually takes a bullet to the brain. Fortunately, he was wearing his helmet.
Something interesting is that Hunter has played that same party position the last 3 rounds he's had the op. And it hasn't been countered once. The one time Hunter died, he had fallen back into bathrooms already. So Depth have not been picking up on this position from him. They've not been figuring out anything to counter. I guess now it is just avoid the op of Hunter, but he can easily rotate down into heaven. Might be able to catch Dare off on this lurk too, but Dare will bail off back towards Cat. Hit towards B. Flash goes through. Rezu goes down. The rotations are going to come down to the lower site. Cobra's up in heaven trying to do what he can to help out. Spots the head of Kel, and Kel will fall. Bomb not yet crossed. Still has to cross the pillar, and Mata's inching closer up sight. Leg shot onto Hunter. He is down low in the red. Through his teammate. Eliminates Dare, and now it's going to be Snav to walk into his crosshair next. Mata up close and personal, finishes off Havoc, and Rugrats will continue the streak of 1 rounds for each team. 5-4 the score, but Depth can't go for rifles here, but the way things are going, I don't want to say it, but
they're going to go for it. Snav was on 1400. It's a double eco situation. They're going to force. So Hunter didn't, I don't think he actually shot through his teammate because his opponent conveniently killed his teammate right as he was pulling the trigger. But that definitely would have killed him. He would have been taking his cap out, would have been just hanging the leg there without the muscle. All right, so now they've got the sight, but they've left the bomb behind. Oh, the bomb was dropped. That was the one player who went down. They've got that sight control. Fortunately for them, no one was there to punish them for this. And once again, a force buy looks like it might be working out here. Cobra could be in position to deny this. He actually does catch Shane. Wow, the spam shot. I don't know whether he caught a whiff of the fingers coming around the corner as the nade was thrown. But look at the health remaining on Kel and Shane. This is insane. This is madness. But it's a double op retake. You can't fancy your chances in this, whether they're low or not.
My other question is, why are they playing a double op on the A site against pistols?
Yes.
That is my biggest question, is why they're playing a double op setup on the A site against pistols. Why are they playing a double op setup on the A site in general? Because you need that rifle to back you up if you have to fall away.
Yep.
And now, you can't retake B with ops. It's impossible.
I mean, impossible maybe not.
Well, nothing's
but
impossible.
Difficult. Very difficult. Honestly, they could have
Extremely
retaken
unlikely.
with pistols, considering the health on Snav and Kel, but they didn't know that. They didn't have that confirmed. I don't even think they knew they hit that shot on, I think it was... Oh, actually, it was Shane, rather, who got hit through the panel, I think. But regardless, whatever it is, it's going to be another round for Depth, and we continue this teeter-totter. The force buy works out again, and again, and again. This is now, I want to say, a total of six successful force buys, I think, over the 10 round that we've had.
Somewhere
maybe
around
7.
There. Somewhere astronomically high, where it shouldn't be. And here comes Hunter, down into Con, mixing it up. And Snav will be his first victim. Has the op of Cobra, as Rugrats have not learned from their previous failures to retake B with a double op. They're going to continue this double op setup on the A site. Sooner or later, they have to learn. Sooner or later, this will be broken down. I'm still baffled at this idea that the double op on A without a rifle to back him up is a good idea. All you have to do is triple push up towards stairs and you have 3 kills. You have 4 kills. But...
Hunter's about to get 1.
And maybe a second, too.
With Hunter in the bathrooms, if you don't threaten him, if you give him this space to work around, man, he's going to be pressured. And I don't know, he didn't realize that the player could have slipped through the smoke, but Havoc will do so. So that's 1 player brought back, and that is 1 op down. Cobra's going to withdraw over towards the bank. He's still suspicious about Long, but everybody's killing bathrooms. There's a player close up on op. This thing should have this kill, and indeed he does. Now it's all over. Kel, what are you going to do? You know where these players are, but they know where you're at. And there's a whole lot more of them coming your way. Punishment gonna come through here. Once again, ops just going through your teammates, apparently.
Oh, I feel like I'm watching an open match right now, Mike.
Blood sacrifice. I mean, it feels that way, right?
I feel like I'm playing right now.
I mean, there'd be a lot more whiff shots if either of us were playing Austin.
Yeah.
A lot more whiff shots. But here's the thing. Rugrats are playing incredibly loose. It's what we expect from them. They're pugging it, to be quite frank. That is the way they've been playing this game. They're going for some setups, but most of what they're doing is, I want to do this individual play. Little knife into your teammate to start off the round, I mean, at this point, is really going to make a difference? Who knows? Maybe it'll come down to a 1v1 and Havoc would have rather have had that health back. But we expect it from the Rugrats. Depth, meanwhile, they're trying to run some set pieces, and they're not. They're being caught so off guard by the crazy things that Rugrats are doing, and it's just not necessarily working. Crazy gets 1 kill. There's a 2nd kill. They did bring 1 back in turn, to be fair. but it's still a 3v4.
But I think if Depth get a couple more rounds out of this half, or even one more, they'll be more than happy with it.
Maybe. Here's the thing, though. Rugrats, this kind of a play style generally lends itself better to a T side. Even if we would normally assume that Overpass would be a CT side, if you can just hit something and go fast and rely on aim duels, as opposed to, you know, worrying about mid-round and worrying about your rotations, things of that nature, it's a lot easier to just play as individuals.
Here's the thing, though. Rugrats, in their history, have a 56% win rate on their CT side rounds and only 44% on T.
Okay. Man's breaking out the numbers to back it up. I respect it. Fang gets a kill. There's the trade. This is still viable for Dare. He's found the tag. Both players are low, but he hops up. And the problem is, you're so exposed for a long moment when that happens, and he does, in fact, go down to the dirt. So, 7th round for Rugrats. So, okay, you know what? With that statistical knowledge behind you, I'm going to go ahead and credit that to the strong op coming through here. Normally, so in the days of yore, where they had Zans on the team, I don't know if you remember this, but he's a big fan of the MP9, and on Overpass in particular, he was a monster in the MP9 in towards Connector on the CT side. That was where he always was, it felt like, round after round after round, bullying. It's Rizu this time. He's going to get a kill. It's not an MP9 kill, but, you know, we'll still give him some style points. Nice shot for Cobra as well. Now he's got the information. Don't come back to the well, though. Don't fight this. And Rizu's going to. Cobra will get a second, but he might get run down from pistols, and that would not be worth it. He's got to secure his flank. They line up for him. And it's a 4K in the round as he shoots and bails, and they keep chasing straight to the grave.
Well, he's lucky he didn't have to get bailed out by a rifle there. His rifle partner, Rezu, did get taken out in calm, but that's good composure from Cobra. Had a couple interesting shots, I think, a few rounds ago, but he's definitely settled into his stride. He's actually top-fracking, too, at 16-6. So he's having himself a nice performance. The rook of the Rugrats, not really a rookie itself, but a rookie in terms of being on this team. This is his first match with the roster, and stepping into the shoes of someone like Xander, not exactly easy to fill, but Cobra seems to be fitting in really well with this Rugrats roster, and overall, I feel like this team has a better cohesiveness than I've seen in a long time. This team looks like they're meshing well together. It looks like they actually have a bit more, but...
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they, Austin?
The comms are slightly better.
Do they look like they're doing individual things and they're winning? I don't know.
Calculated individuality, Mike.
Okay, sure. All right.
We're just winning our duels, so why not fight?
I'll go with it. I'm curious to see how it holds up down the stretch.
My story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. I mean, the chemistry's obviously there. I just think a lot of it is figuring it out. Nice boost up, nice kill coming through from Shane. And he gets the spam kill, going for the panel spam. Feng's now down. They've barely seen anyone. The CT side hasn't seen anyone, and they've got 2 players down for the count. Got 2 kills coming through. Now the pressure's on towards the site, and there are reinforcements here, but Rizu's getting to pull another big play out, and he can only get 1 before being dropped. It's down to the ops once more. Now these ops, to be fair, have been a whole world of trouble for Death. And there's another kill. The swap to the rifle is working. Hunter knows where the last is. He wants his op back. Did he get it? He did. No. He did. He had to go back to the M4. He couldn't find the gun. But he's got support now. Cobra has a really cheeky off angle. And if Shane comes in to try and fight this player pillar, he's going to die to the op. No, the op misses. It's left to Hunter, and Shane with his last bullet connects right between the eyes. What on earth? Shane comes away with a 4K. I don't know that either side deserved to win that round, but ultimately it is Depth who comes out on top. Nearly fumbles it all the way to Hunter. Ooh-wee.
Oh, I mean, Hunter had a magnificent play around the pillar. His flashbang, swapping to the rifle, perfectly timed, perfectly played. That second shot was absolutely fantastic. He wanted the player on the sandbags. But still, I have to agree with your statement there. I don't think anybody really deserved to win that round, and I would kind of extend it to this overall game so far, Mike. I'm not sure anyone deserves to win this game, but maybe things can swap at the half. Already, though, Hunter in the flames will go down. A counter boost should come in pretty quickly here unless Mata and Fang want to mix things up. Snav has read this well, but he needs to land his shots. Dare comes in to back him up, but Fang has a chance for 2. Will not force the issue instead. Cobra hears a lot of information. Opportunity, but it is missed here as the shot goes wide of Cobra's head. 4v2 for Depth to try and grab a 7th round. And with a 7th round, I think they should be more than happy. Definitely as close as it can get, but 7 rounds on the T side. more than the average here, and while it's not exactly on par with their statistics, just above a 50% win rate on the T side of Overpass. They have an 83% win rate overall, Mike. This depth squad is very good on Overpass. They like the map a lot. Bit of a missed molly there, but Havoc should still be able to get this bomb down. Rezu will swap to the M4. He'll leave the op in the smoke. And in a 1v2 with no kit, he has a very tough position to be in. No nades, no Molotovs to clear anything out. No flashbangs either. Shane can rotate all the way back towards Graffiti, which is exactly where I believe he's placing himself. Oh, he's back towards Sandbags Graffiti. It's a really good double with Havoc in towards Pit. And the early warning of Shane is all the warning they need. Nice little headshot there. Depth, 7 rounds. Rugrats, 8. And a pistol round for Depth will get them tied. And then potentially back onto the war of attrition. I hope not. I hope somebody's able to take control of this game, because we've seen a complete lack of control overall.
Yeah. It's about the way to summarize it. Normally, you're looking at the score on your vacuum, you're saying, okay, this is a decent result for Depth, but they had so many moments where they could have taken complete control of that half, and they just couldn't deal with pistols. They couldn't deal with force buys. I mean, the same can be said for both sides, but the reality is we kind of expect that from Rugrats, just because of how loose they play. I want to see a bit more from Depth. Just want to see a bit
I agree.
more.
I mean, this is a Depth team that they're sitting at 8-5 right now. They're sitting number 5 in the MDL, tied with Mythic. Well, in terms of wins, they have played 2 more games, make it a third after tonight. But still, this is a Depth team that has shown that they have what it takes to be in that top 8, at least right now, and a team that's looking to get to that top 8. Rugrats are sitting at 6-5, so in theory, Depth should be the team to take them down. And I think in terms of team coordination, Depth should have that advantage as well. But then again, when you are a coordinated team, when you go up against a fucking Bronco like Rugrats, where they're just kind of doing whatever they want, it's very difficult to find a counter.
Well, and here's the other problem as well. For Depth, their scoreline's a little bit deceptive because they don't have a statement win yet. They've taken wins over teams like RBG, Ethereal, they've taken wins over Imperium, who's down at the bottom, third Impact. They haven't beaten any of the big boys, any of the teams ranked above them as of yet. True. Deagle on the pistol round. Never mind, this is warm-up still. I got concerned for a moment there, and then I realized that it was warm-up still. I was looking at the standings, and I glanced back over and was like, I missed it. Nope, we're good. So
we're not watching Swisher here.
No, we're not. It's the kind of situation where, like, yes, they're 8-5. Yes, that's a great record. They might be able to get themselves in the playoffs out of this, but this is a game that I think is indicative of what we should expect from them. Because if you can't beat this Rugrats team when they've just made changes, when they're playing very loose, there's a lot of skill from these players. They've played at high levels before, without a doubt, but this just isn't their focus right now, right? And so if you can't beat players of this caliber when they're not super focused, when they're not playing very rigorous CS, when they're kind of doing what they want to do and having some fun with it, you're not going to be able to beat the big boys above them who are having some fun with it and also playing real team CS.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's just going to be a challenge for you. So of their remaining games, they've got 4 more games to play in the regular season here. This is one. Then you've got X-Warriors International, you've got Recon 5, and you've got Rebirth. You need to take a few of those. And it should start here. But let's see. Let's see if Depth is going to do something impressive. It's going to be a 3-man push connector. This is bold.
It's a lot of info, and A site's a lot easier to retake than B. And theoretically, too, if there were players up lane, it would bring by either Kel or the players pushing Con. Now it definitely will be heard as the flashbangs going in towards A. A is definitely a more easy site to retake as well, but it's not going to be the easiest of situations. A 5v5 post plant, never easy for a retaking team, especially when you have Glocks on close angles. Hunter's already expecting something, and it looks like Depth will take a very similar route to what the Rugrats took on towards the site. Hunter's ready for it, though, poised. Crosshair at head level. They're all going to bypass him. Nobody's going to clear bathrooms hard, though, Mike. But somehow they escaped with all their players alive. Dare is low and James taking damage. Now it's going to be the pincer onto the site. 2 up, bang, 3 out. That's long, but the flanks coming in. Mata will go down. Fang is taking down one more. Cobra's hiding in towards Flower. 1 making a second. On the bomb is Havoc. The knife is out. It's been defused, and somehow Havoc's alive. Cobra comes in with the knife late. But Depth have come with a victory by the skin of their teeth. That is a coin flip of a round that should never have gotten that close. Rugrats had it perfectly, but it's the ninja defuse in that smoke that grabs the round from depth. But if you look at these two buys here, it looks to be an advantage for Rugrats. 3 AKs, conversely, 3 FAMASs, 1 kit on Snav, minimal utility for a CT side. Rugrats are poised to force this one back.
That body block was the hero play of the round. Man just stood in the way of the Glock bullets and gave his teammate enough time to defuse. This is the craziest, nuttiest, zaniest CS there could be. I just saw that Hulu's reviving the Animaniacs, apparently, and it feels like in honor of that, this game is being played. Havoc has got an opening kill here. Here's going to be a follow-up as well, so it's looking like maybe they'll do down the Force Spy early and give themselves a proper start to the game. But it's going to be pressure on for Shane. He's alone here, but he's just spotted Fang. That should bring the rotations in, and the bomb's not here to capitalize on the softer site. Shane dancing around in water. He will be dropping. He did enough damage onto Fang. Should be viable for him, and there's the trade kill. Nice play in. They've spotted the bomb. Now they got confirmation. That plan has to go. It has to go quickly for Aizu, because quickly Havoc is working his way up construction. He's going to be coming in on the flank in just a moment here. He's got that player coming off the plant. Mata's not wrong for this world. There's going to be the defuse, and there is a gun round converted. Yeah. The hardest
That's all I
thing
can
to
say.
find.
Somebody did it.
Hardest thing to find in the first shot.
Yeah, and Depth are able to convert the pistol round victory. Despite the Rugrats force, Rugrats will get another bomb down there. Going to go for another force, it seems. Rezu going straight for the AK. Could be a hero AK play here, too, which I think would be the more wise call. I don't think Rugrats should necessarily go for a full investment here. Couple Deagles, Tech 9. Hunter will save for that AWP. Has a nade in hand. He's going out towards Fountain. Double AKs picked up and an AUG purchased for Dare, though. Interesting choice going for the AUG so early on. But overall, Depth have a chance to try and stabilize in this game, but Rezu can bring it back. Dare falls early. Snav might be next in line, and indeed he is. Rezu is opening things up for Rugrats here, but there's all 3 remaining Depth players here on the B site trying to hold off the onslaught of Rugrats that can come through here. But Rugrats have plenty of time to rotate back up to the opposite site. They don't need to force the issue. They have also picked up an AUG on Fang and an MP9 on Cobra. Kel's actually going to rotate back up towards A2. Havoc, though, gets aggressive in towards Water, but this is a false positive, Mike. The rest of Rugrats are walking out of Monster. They're going to catch off Depth blind if they didn't rotate back. It's a good read from Depth, aware of all the possibilities here. But Fang has an angle onto the pillar, and Shane's not able to connect those shots. Only lands 1, leaving it as a man advantage for Rugrats, despite the low health on Fang and Rezu.
Problematic now. Here comes the maneuver. Good kill coming in, but it's all on Kel. And he's been spotted in towards heaven. The headshot comes through. The round is won. And Rugrats tie up the scoreline. And the Demons appear to have slipped back out from the first half. The Force Spies, the Ecos, they're coming back to haunt death. We're going to have a Force Spy back, it seems. 2 M4s coming in, and we're right back into the mess. Right back into the mud pile. Look, one of the things you try and do as a caster is you look at what's happened through rounds, you look at the adjustments that are being made, and you try and sort of paint a picture for the audience about what's likely to come, what they should look for. You try and get a little predictive. Can't do that this game, Austin. Really can't. I never know what's going to come next. We got a 3-man push-out monster.
The Force Spy is going to work.
Yeah, I mean, that's the number 1 prediction. Mata, he checks the Force Spy, or the push, rather, outside Monster. There is a player already all the way back towards steps, and with a player in bathrooms, this could be a good pincer, but I think you can see, yeah, Cobra's gone back to look for it, because Rugrats, they expect the madness, right? They know that if a guy's already pushing in towards the sewer tunnel, that means someone else could be back in spawn. So they're just going to wait. They're going to bide their time. They're going to wait for the pushes to come through from depth, and they pick it apart. And here's what I was expecting. These kind of messier rounds and these kind of zany rounds, this is where Rugrats thrive. And now that they're on the T side, they've got everything working in their favor to just keep it in that strange place of Force Spy territory.
Wait, Snav is 4-18. Mata is 5-12. If you look at the kills across both these two teams, too, Rugrats have vastly more than anybody on depth. They have 2 players at 20, Dare's at 15, and has the most for depth. This is honestly mind-boggling. But as you mentioned, Rugrats thrive in the chaos. I think there were saves, but still, Surely this doesn't work. Surely this doesn't work. They've got 2 kills off of the back of this rifles to pick up. A flash for Cobra. He might just walk right through a blind. And a dink comes in from Snav. And he's going to mow down Cobra from the tree. A chance for more here, Mike. And he's done it. He drops Rezu too. And it's all down to Mata. The bomb under the control of Depth. And it seems that the madness will never end here. AK for Kel. Snav is just bait. He is chum in the water here for Kel to finish off Mata. And it's exactly what's going to happen here. 10 to 10. The log stack works. And
they all had full utility. They all had full utility. Throw a damn flash.
They threw one. It didn't work because Cobra stared right into it.
Reflash. Do something! Throw a what? USPs! 5 stack of USPs in one position. Just leave! Just leave! Oh god, I'm losing my marbles
so like you're
at
saying
this
that they
game.
could go somewhere else on the map when they walked into that
They're allowed to! Even if you want to take that fight, send a guy in bathroom so you can pinch the position at least, and throw a damn flashbang. I am losing my mind here.
I feel like Depth need to go read The Art of War.
Well, that was Rugrats.
Oh yeah, it was Rugrats.
Depth pulled off a successful play. No, there is no blame specifically towards one of these teams. Both of them are just, it's insanity. Now they've been able to walk out long. There was no presence there. Get a kill on the player bathrooms, but the rotation is swift from the lower site. So now the question is, does Rugrats want to continue pressing this? Because at this point, it's a pretty poisoned chalice. It is a dangerous site hit. You got the op watching for the dumpster. You got a player optimist. You got a player vent. But they've given it enough time that now Depth have completely rotated 2 players off of it. And it's just the guy Optimus who you have to deal with. He's going to get caught rotating back into the dice box. Kel's down for the count with the smoke up, a jump up. This is now very tough. And folks, we might just get a save. Please. Please, Depth. Save.
They have a flashbang.
Save.
I don't think they're heeding your advice here, Mike. They're going for it. Flashbang goes out. Shane with one, the only one. Rezu's holding things down from Dice. Havoc will trade, but it's not going to be enough to win the round. Depth will fall to the depths of despair here as they go down 11 to 10. Rugrats continuing to push forward, thriving in the chaos. It seems like
my mind.
They are just chaos demons from Warhammer 40k right now. And Depth of the Space Marines getting bullied. An op, an M4, triple deagles, no kit, a solitary flashbang for utility, and the op is a glass cannon up against full AKs in utility. Well, as we expect, the first player to go down is the team that has the advantage.
I'm convinced that the Mountain Dew League teams have collectively decided to try and make us go insane this season. And Rugrats, they're culprit numero uno. But somehow, again, the Deagle round, this is where we're going to see success. We've seen some kills coming in already. Obviously, the op, big piece of that one. The Force Spy playing out here. They will wisely get rid of some guns to prevent those from falling into enemy hands. But what are you going to do here? You want to hit in towards this B site? Well, turns out it's a full stack. So you are walking into the stack. They should be very well equipped for this. There's the spot on one, but a kill comes through. The answer, the trade is there. Now Cobra realizes, oh, I kicked the Hornet's nest. And apparently he just really likes Hornets because he's sticking around. His teammates coming to support. It's like Rugrats identify the stack and then say, yeah, weather's nice here. Let's do it.
They don't even have the bomb yet. Hunters just finally picked it up. They were committed, full committed towards the site without the bomb.
Okay. All right. A rotation. Some sanity restored. A chance, at least for a bomb plant to come in if Kel can't get there in time, and I don't think he's going to. No, he's still down towards heaven. He's not doing the rotate. Now, finally, they'll hear it, but Hunter's going to get a free plant, provided he just plants on this side of Dice Box, and that's exactly what happens. So, now there's money secured for next round. The question is, can Hunter do further damage? Through the Molotov comes Dare. Dare shuts him down. The second player is in position. Can Kroba hold the line? 1v4, players coming through. He's been spotted. He's been dropped right down to the dirt. That's the full 10-second defuse in, but they got plenty of time to do it, and Depth have won a Force Spy. Deagles, a single glass cannon AWP. I mean, this has worked once again. Another Force Spy comes through. I think we're in the double digits. Actually, we're way beyond the double digits of successful Force Spies at this point. Way beyond it. I've lost track. I stopped keeping track because it was making me sad, folks.
At this point, I just assume it's a force buy that went around.
Yeah, it just makes sense. Hunter's gonna save. Nope, last minute buy-in.
It just works.
This time, at least it's AKs. That's what the bomb plant gave them. That's the difference of finding that bomb plant in that last round. It's not a lot of saved capital here either for Depth, despite keeping 4 players alive because they had to rebuy a lot of guns, utility, armor. It's going to be a bit spicy here. This could be... Well, normally I would say this is a huge swing round, but the reality is if you could just win a force buy in the subsequent, regardless of which team wins this, who's to say what's a swing round anymore?
Yeah, I don't think there's such a thing as a swing round this game. It's been knotted between... I don't think any team has had a lead more than 2 rounds at any given time in this game so far. And certainly, none of those leads have actually seemed secure. They've been gobbled up. It's been one of the closest series I've seen in a long time. And it's close because of the chaos. It's close because of the lack of consistency of both of these 2 teams. But yeah, I think Rugrats are switching things up, and they might actually have a good play here. They're slowing things down. They're trying to play a little more stylized, a little more secure, a little more execute heavy, at least in this round. And this could work perfectly. I think a boost might be in order, too. Now Hunter's just going for the silent boost. Or silent drop, rather, but there's 3 players here on the B side for Depth. The smokes are going to telegraph this hit. Flashbang goes through. Dare can rotate down Khan quickly. Snap can come through. The door is blown asunder. Mike, free kill for Dare on the flank. And now the rest of them are walking up Monster into the kill zone. Havoc with 1. Dare and Snav and Havoc again. 2 for Dare, 2 for Havoc. Snav chimes in up top. And Depth have captured a 12th round on the board. No bomb plant means no full buy for Rugrats. But the way this game is going... Depth are about to lose to Glocks. We've seen Depth win with USPs.
I don't think so. I think we're finally going to see some sanity restored. There's a single P250, 2 P250s bought. But we see 5 players survive for Depth in that round, which was huge. Now they've got a full buy in the tank. They've got some money secured. They've won 2 rounds in a row as well, Austin, which is where we start to see a little bit of control come back in. A little bit of stability. Although, as you say that, Snav nearly gets run down by Glocks and Bathrooms. He's now all alone on the site. They spotted him. They detect weakness. He's going to bail out to bank because he does not want to get steamrolled by these pistols. It's 1 player drop. Can they get the bomb? No, they cannot. Bomb can't get towards Dicebox. Mata will take 1. Fang a second, but he's all alone. And the reinforcements have arrived in town. There's no way he's taking this round. It's just not going to happen. The AWP can be retrieved. Depth are now so close to the end. They're so close to victory. They can taste it. They've got the resources. They've got the funds to get there. They finally managed to deal with an eco buy. They didn't even allow a bomb plant in the last couple.
No,
come on, guys. Everything's been built. Let's see a gun round 1 now. That would be the deciding factor. But Rugrats with AKs back up, with utility back up, do they go back to that frenetic pace now, Boggs?
I'm not sure. I think they might want to go for something fast here. They try to counter the op of Snav, but Mike, it's a timeout. It's called by Depth again. Remember what happened the last time Depth called a timeout? They lost in pretty convincing fashion. They allowed Rugrats time to settle, and I think that's the thing, too. They gave Rugrats that opportunity to talk things over and go for that buy and that play. That worked out well for the Rugrats. It's being given to Rugrats here now again. Not so sure why Depth called a timeout off of the back of that play either. It's not like there was anything huge individually where you'd want to clear comms. It's not like it was against a pretty critical round. No, instead, it's Depth have money. Rugrats don't. Rugrats are going for another force buy. Taking this timeout just gives Rugrats time to settle down and pick up a better idea of what they want to do.
I mean, maybe. The flip side is you're figuring out what you want to do. Here's the bold play from Depth. They get a kill in towards Connector, pushing it. When you're the more structured team, taking that time to discuss your tactics makes a lot of sense, right? You're not necessarily going to get that great of complexity out from the Rugrats. Hunter, a couple more shots there. The nade will come in for pressure on the Havoc, and he could lose his life to Cobra here. But the smoke gives him a bit of space. They know he's here, and eventually Cobra does find the spam through in the second as well. Okay, things are interesting now. Bomb going to be making its transition to the plant, but the nade comes in early. So now it's pushed back, but that nade did enough damage. And there's mollies as well to push them further back. Fang, if a molly comes in, he's going to be forced into an op angle, and that's not something he wants. So he'll vacate the premises early. Smoke gives him cover. Smoke gives him space. Mollies sail in. They're clearing out sections of this site. There's the peek back in the lineup for Snav. Another collateral, 2 for the price of 1. Hunter, or actually Cobra, I think, had one in the first half.
It was Cobra.
Now we get Snav with it in the second. Both teams coming away with a collat on the game, and Depth are so close to the finish now.
Well, now it seems that Depth have finally established something, some confidence, some momentum. Whatever the case, they might have solved the puzzle that is the Rugrats. A timeout called. This time, again by Depth. Maybe they have another idea they want to try. That connector push did yield a good early result. Other things that might have gotten brought back by Rugrats there quickly when it was a 3v3, but it was quickly capitalized upon again by Depth. Still, Rugrats are at the end of their leash here, Mike. They have 1 round as a margin for error. They lose 2, it's all over. And their utility is so limited right now. Double flashbang, a nade, and a smoke. Honestly, with this setup, I just go fast long if I'm Rugrats. Flash over long, nade fountain, try and get something under control, try and do something fast. B is not going to be a good place to take. You have no utility to hold or retake. A, there's a lot more angles, a lot more space to play on, and it looks like Rugrats are going to head out towards Fountain early on. A couple in towards Con, too. Could be a split coming in here, but Snav has an angle above the smoke, drops a nade in 2. That's a great nade. Dare with 1. A lineup for Snav.
The
collateral here. He's going to pick up the hat trick on the round, but that's what, back-to-back collaterals for Snav?
Back-to-back rounds with a collat. The 3rd in the game. Snav coming alive here late. 3 huge kills for his team, and now just Mata surviving. Mata in the attempted clutch. The offer has come in massively. You were calling him out at the half switch. He had something like 4 or 5 kills. Well, he's been stacking up the bodies since. Now sitting at 15. So he's
sitting
climbing.
at 50 ADR 3 rounds ago.
There you go. It's been a huge turnaround for Snav, and he's been the key difference maker for Depth to get back on track. So now it's just Mata. Mata left alive. What can he hope to do? He's got a minute to play with. A whole minute to work with here to potentially work his way in towards a safe plan. To try and find something. It's going to take some space. Trying to avoid making noise. He'll make a little. Fortunately for him, no one is close enough to see it. And it seems like A is going to be his site of choice. This could be a problem. There are 2 players in. There's Snav watching the angle with the AWP from deep in bank. And then there's a player Optimist. Shane's going to be the first threat. If he deals with Shane, he can get a plant out of this, and then he can play off of the bomb. Shane's gun barrel spotted. No, Mata didn't realize it. He saw it. There's the spot. Now he knows. The jig is up. Wants to clear long. They're not going to peek him at all. 15 seconds. He knows he has to clear Shane. There's a flashbang for Shane. He's the second player here, but he expects it by the dumpster. Running out of time is Mata. Get this kill now if you're going to do it. He's out of bullets. He's lost the round. It doesn't matter. All Havoc has to do is stay away, and Mata realizes this, so he'll find the op, and he will survive.
Whew. This marathon might finally come to an end, Mike. This is... It's honestly been a really fast game in terms of actual playtime.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's been going on for hours.
I mean, we're in round 27, right? So it's been a decent one, and I feel like the number of force buys won have taken years off my life.
I have a very similar feeling. Like, it just feels like there's been no exact way to exactly read the game. It's been nothing but craziness until the last few rounds when Depth have really taken control here. Hunter runs to his doom, just charging out through sewer pipe. 5v4 advantage going the way of Depth. Fang, though, has a nice little angle up long, but he doesn't peek it long enough, Mike. He barely checks the corner, and he just tries to jump away. Snav will take full advantage of that, and again, the Opper of Depth is sending Rugrats down to the depths of Hades. He's now repositioned back towards Dice, has a player up long to help out. Spots out 1, a chance for another collateral here if they line up on the lane. His nade will at least fly through and do something. The flashbang, actually, it's a smoke for back Dice. But a flashbang is here for Snav. He'll chuck it out as he will retreat into bank. Rotations coming through, though. Molotov for Shane. He has Dare up long. Dare's going to blindside at least 2 of them. Damage onto Rezu. Finishes off the player. Mata's left alone again in a 1vx. This time a 1v4. He's going to have to run away back towards B or even reposition here. They might chase, and indeed Depth are. This could yield their own demise here, but Shane is just going to hold an angle. It's a very good call from Depth. They're not going to force the issue. They're just going to make it seem like they were. Mata pops out for 1 and takes out Shane. But still, there's 3 more to find, and Havoc's holding steady on the B site. Snav using more utility, only one nade left. That's on Havoc. Jump peek from Kel, they know where he is. Mata looking for a head to shoot. The double, what a shot from Mata! This has brought him back into something somewhat winnable. There's a shadow of victory, it could be snatched. The plant comes through, but it's just Snav buying time for Havoc on the flank. Mata does so much damage, but it's not enough for the round here, and it will indeed be Depth taking this victory over Rugrats, 11-16. It seems so close, so crazy, back and forth the entire time, but Depth have stabilized, and they are able to claim victory here and move on to a 9-5 record in the MDL.
They do indeed. Wow. That was madness. It almost felt like Mata would be able to bring it through. You could see him learn from his mistake previously. He was going to get that bomb down immediately. As soon as he realizes there's space over towards Optimus, it's like, all right, touch that bomb down. We're not losing on time. Not in this round. Not again. But unfortunately for him, that time was allowed to him to allow that flank to come through and finish him off. So very nicely played from Depth at the end. We won't talk about the first 22 rounds, shall we say. That was madness both ways. We obviously had some good individual plays. The huge difference maker was Snav coming alive. Had a rough game, got the op in his hands on CT side, got that first collateral shot, and from there it was like Clark Kent to Superman. We just had a huge change. Something clicked in his head. The op was suddenly hitting. The confidence was back on, and he was knocking down bodies. So nice win for Depth. As you said, now 9-5 on the season, pulling out a really good record. They just need a couple more to pretty much guarantee their spot in playoffs. And at this point, with this kind of play, those last 5 rounds, if they could do that for a whole 30, I'm expecting them to certainly be in playoffs and to be a contender as well. We are going to take a quick break here. We have another game starting. We're obviously a bit delayed, so this is probably not going to be a very long break, but stick with us. You're watching the Esea Mountain Dew League. We'll be right back.
I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Told you it wasn't going to be a long break. We've got another game ready for you, this time on Mirage, between Secret Club and Eclipse Esports. Secret Club having a great season. I think they're like 8-2 right now, something along those lines.
8-3, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 8-3.
8-3. Okay, one extra loss taken, but still very strong showing, looking like a playoff team. Absolutely. Eclipse hasn't been the same story. Opposite end of the spectrum, they're down towards the bottom of the board, fighting for their spot. And apparently they've chosen a bit of a theme. We've got a Kobe tribute, it looks like, from their pictures over on the T side. I think that's what I'm seeing here.
It is.
So maybe a little bit of that Mamba mentality. We just had Cobra with the Mamba mode picture, Mamba mentality picture as well. Let's see if we can get a little bit of that out of Eclipse.
We might have a bit of a game on our hands there. It starts off well for Droid as he gets the kill, assuming Rek burns in the Molly. There he goes.
Yeah.
You never know how Mollies are going to spread there, but I think Rek was pretty much done. Dusted. It was on like a baked potato eventually.
Parboil. Parboil, I think is the technical term. Charcoal grilled? Open flame?
Open flame.
Open flame.
My old English, my first grade teacher used to be like, "Are you done? So you're a potato?"
Oh,
So it just kind of stuck with me. It's like one of those like, I don't know, can you sort of deals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That seems like as in done instead of finished?
Correct.
Oh, that's obnoxious.
It was quite, but
Down with your first grade teacher. All right, a nice pick here. Nero peeked with the bomb. That was perhaps unnecessary. That would have been the one way for them to really lose this round, but they're not going to do so. And then Zeptic getting a kill in towards mid works out nicely for them. Now they got to deal with this guy mid. They're going to swing him and eventually find him, but with Zeptic finding a second kill and Wrath being so very low, this is a great situation for Eclipse. They're just going to continue to massacre, holding firm control of market, bringing Wrath down to 3 HP, and eventually the rundown does come in, so a great pistol round for Eclipse. It started off all the way over on A. It finishes on the B bomb site. They do a tour de force of the map, and they find kills every which direction.
They do indeed. I mean, this Eclipse squad, too, is very good pistol players across the board. Zeptic and Droid especially stick out to me. Nero had himself a great job on the pistols. I know Byte can do some serious work with him as well. So I kind of expect Eclipse to do really well on pistol rounds and even Deagle rounds. I think they'll be a very dangerous team. Probably won't be to the extent of what we just saw in our last match, but we probably will be seeing some significant damage dealt on pistol rounds, Deagle rounds, similar to what Secret Club have for us right now. Classia has the Zeus, though, Mike. And I always love to see where players can play with the Taser. He's out towards apartments. Nobody should be heading his way right now. Wrath will peek, and he will get shot away from Catwalk by John. Recto has an opportunity, and down goes Byte, capitalized by Rek. The split's going to come up con towards A, and I don't think that the USP of Jitter can really do much from stairs. Instead, it's going to be a rotate towards B, and the Zeus is not going to be able to do anything from his position on Bell.
Nah, I believe he's going to find a Zeus kill here somehow. Yeah, break out the Zeus. Jump out the window. Jump out the window. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. They're coming to clear you.
Okay,
Don't peek John. Oh, he's going to peek him in the USP. He almost gets the kill. That was so close. I've got a fun texture thing going on here. I need to check and verify if that's actually happening on the screen at some point. Probably not. Probably just my end. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Nice kill there. Gets them a rifle. Now Wrath's got that. We know how dangerous he can be with a hero gun in his hand. They don't have a kit, so if they're going to do this, they better go quick. They do have the player advantage. But time is ticking down and that clock is the biggest go. Here's the lineup, here's the execution, and everybody drops down to the dirt. Eclipse up to the 2-0. No Force Spines one here early. And now I'm going to talk about my texture issue. In mid and in spawn. So there's that one ramp texture of moving up where there's sort of the wooden slats, or it's not wooden slats, but the little like curbs to present steps as you move up, right? Yeah, the shadows of that are just, they look like they're full of ink. There's like an inky blackness in them, which is definitely not how they're typically supposed to be.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's happened on everywhere that texture is on the map, which I think is 3 places. So that's a new one. New visual bug for me. I've never seen that one before.
I feel like that one's more common to like Cache than anything else. I think of Cache as the map where I always get visual bugs. I don't think I've ever seen that one on Mirage.
I've had some fun ones on Mirage before, but this is a new one to me. As someone who watches thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of GoTVs, it's always fun when we discover something new that's changed about the game. Wrath gets an opening pick here in towards mid. That's John down for the count. Just John.
Not to be confused with our John.
or a different John. There's a lot of Johns out there.
Yeah. I feel like it's a very
John,
common name.
right? Although he doesn't use an H. There's a few Johns out there.
Yeah.
But he's trademarked the name.
Much to the chagrin of the other Johns in the world.
Fun detail here, folks. Here's one thing to keep in mind. If you're ever becoming a pro player, and this is just what John has reminded me of. If you're looking to build your brand as a pro player, as talent, as something along those lines, one of the things that you might want to keep in mind when choosing your moniker is how Googleable it is. John, not so Googleable. Kills coming in left, right, and center, and it's looking very good for the defensive side. Everybody's hit the dirt. It's all left to bite as I ramble about SEO optimization.
You know, Mike, it's a very good thing
Classic.
to keep in mind, though, for everybody. I have
It's
to
useful.
say.
It's
Yeah.
useful. These are the things you need to know. For
Or
example,
it's like
Darf Mike.
teams...
What's a Darf? It's nothing. It's nonsense. It means nothing, but if you Google me, I show up. Now, does
Yeah,
my name
mine's
sound dumb? Yes. But
not
am I
as
Googleable? I am Googleable.
No, you did remind me of something there, though. It's like the teams that just play under X so-and-so role.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very similar vein of pet peeve right there.
Mm.
You know, it's
Chili
like,
pick here for Wolfie. Excited to see this guy with his op in his hand. We were talking about it a little bit before the camera went live. Neither of these teams really has a lot of Mirage on record this season. But Wolfie, with his previous roster, the team now known as Russian Canadians, once known as Swedish Canadians, they played a whole heck of a lot of Mirage. And he's quite the potent CT side Mirage offer. So keep an eye out for that, folks.
I think Wolfie's kind of a player to watch right now for Secret Club. He can always pop off with the op. I think Wrath, you know what to expect from Wrath. Jitter's been very good. Wreck as well. Classia definitely has a lot of promise. But I think Wolfie, I want to see how he's really fitting into the Secret Club squad. He hasn't had all that much time with the squad yet. Droid, though, great deagle shot. Jitter trades it back, and Rex chimed in for one more. In comes Wolfie, not on his op, but on the M4. John left alone, has one kill. Might get the bomb down, but I think... Oh, doesn't even get the opportunity to. It's the nade that went through and the spam that took him down. Secret Club strike back with the guns. 2 rounds straight and a chance for a third. A very good chance for a third. As with no bomb plan, Eclipse cannot get rifles into this one. Eagles, Tech 9s, B250s, and a light bit of utility here for the T side. But Secret Club should be more than ready for it.
Yeah, this should be fine. Now, for a somewhat interesting side story here, which we may update you on the score of this. In IEM New York, there are 2 Mountain Dew League teams playing to make the semifinals. We'll talk about that in a second as the hits coming through. Well, this is going about the way we expected it to. Pistols get cleaned up. It's annihilation. We've got the New England Whalers, and we've got Team 1. Both teams undefeated in this Mountain Dew League season right now. The top 1 and 2 seed, respectively, at the moment. They're squaring off for a spot in the semifinals. That means that we are guaranteed to have a North American Mountain Dew League team in the semifinals of IEM New York. And whichever of the New England Whalers and Team 1 it is, they will have absolutely deserved the fight they put up. The upsets they've taken, the kills, the rounds, the maps they've found. I mean, New England Whalers 2-0'd Furia, for God's sake. Furia just 2-1 Liquid. It's madness.
In overtimes. 2 overtimes in 16-13 there.
Yeah. So, putting NA-MDL on the map, boys. I'm a big fan of it. We got the hit coming in towards B. Wrath, though, dropping bodies. He's policing this site. He's keeping them off of the bomb plant. He's looking for more, but he doesn't have the health to find it. Little teensy bit of utility left here, but they need to retrieve the bomb. They need to get this bomb planted. And they go too long, they might find themselves in a world of hurt. Bite does have a smoke. That'll help reinforce this cross. Drops it into the window to make sure that he can get this plant down. Be a bit careful about this spot. With both players in the market, no one towards Cat, no one in the apartments. This is going to be a very tough retake indeed. There are kits. There's no utility,
though.
Take it away, boss.
Well, Wolfie doesn't need utility. He has a flick on a John as well. Bites last alive on 34 HP. A lineup could come through here for him. It won't be a double peek. One headshot, but not the second. Jitter's there for the flank. The pincer maneuver came in from Secret Club. And it's a very close victory for them here. 4-2 was the score, but it came down to the wire. Eclipse will be a little light for money, though. John at 37.50 and Septic at 38.50. Not much better. Near what? 38 even. So utility will be light for Eclipse unless they go for Galils here. It looks like AKs will be the choice, but Wolfie, Mike, is going to get that AWP for the first time in this match. Now he's going to take that out towards mid and try and get some picks with it. Smokes go out, cross smoke and window from Eclipse. Still, Wolfie can try and get something done there. Wreck with a flash over mid. Wolfie's going to drop down at a connector, though. A flash will ward him off. He's still not deterred. Pick goes for one. Jitter swings through the smoke with another. Wrath will trade it a bite. And it's 3 for the price of 1 if you are a Secret Club. That's a deal anybody would take anywhere. And the bomb left top middle under the watchful eye of Secret Club bodes poorly for Eclipse here on this next gun round. And Secret Club, we called them out as a team that could make the playoffs here. A team that's been in very good form. They're just showing up right now against Eclipse. Wreck will chime in for the final frag, and 5-0, and the money on Eclipse is poor yet again.
Nade stack. All right, this is going to the window. We're going to see in a moment here. They're setting up for it. Is anyone going into the window to receive it? No. No one's going to be around to play catch with them. Actually, the first time went con. Everyone went con. A couple underpass. I think they missed their con days. Whatever it is, now the molly goes in. They're going to be running through the flames. Look at that health just whittling away. They're melting like an ice cube in the oven.
Or in Southern California right now.
Or in Southern California. I mean, to be fair, with the number of fires you guys have had recently, it kind of feels like the oven sometimes.
I mean, it was cooler when we had the fires than it is now.
Really? How does that work?
Because we had basically a mini version of nuclear winter where the sun was blocked out by the ashes.
That's horrifying.
So it basically caused no sunlight to hit for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and it actually got down to like the low 70s. It was actually relatively nice. And now it's been up in like 90 again.
Well, that's a terrifying, ominous, apocalyptic future.
Yeah, it felt like I was living in Fallout for a bit.
Seriously, I saw the photos from San Francisco where everything just looked like it had Blade Runner filters applied.
It was just kind of sepia tone here. It wasn't blood red.
Terrifying, folks. Terrifying. But you know what's not terrifying? Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike's wonderful.
But that position from Classy so early kind of is.
It's not good. It's a lot of information. A lot of information over for Secret Club as they've started to stack up a substantial lead, and the slower play from Eclipse might give them more of that. Classy's like, I'm keeping garbage. I got that deep smoke. Let me withdraw now. Maybe we start to rotate a fourth player over. We got the utility coming in towards A. Eclipse, they're going for it. You hear the footsteps now. They're going into the hit. There's one. There's two. Rex got the damage done. Yes, he'll lose his life, but Nero follows it up. Suddenly things get interesting.
What?
Jitter's on the scene, though. Jitter's on the scene. And Classy should be able to keep him clean from Connector, because he's coming back in from the catwalk. Zeptic is not long for this world. Shouldn't be long for this world, and indeed he is not. All on to Nero. Has to go out to get the bomb. He'll get a rifle, but that gives an audio cue. They know he's here. They got the confirmation. There's the spot. Jitter didn't have to force that. Once he knew, he could have backed out. Does Nero want to push all the way through CT? I don't think he has time for this. 25 seconds.
You have to run.
If he sprinted it, but then as soon as he starts sprinting it, Classy's going to be watching for the murder hole. So he'll come back towards site. But he has a single smoke to transition towards the default box. Has to hit the shot on Wrath instantly. Now we'll go for the smoke, but Wrath will peek it. And that's the kill coming through. 7-2 is our scoreline. Eclipse looking like they just can't quite keep pace.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot of sunlight for Eclipse right now. Looks pretty dark.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. That was good. It was bad. It was good bad. I appreciate it.
I had to make one of those happen sometime.
I appreciate it. You're going pun on pun with me.
No, Mike, that's one of my things I always really admired about you when I first heard you cast is the amount of wordplay you're able to do. It's like,
yeah. It makes it fun. Language is a toy.
It takes a lot of effort to put together a good pun, and you do it extremely well.
Oh, now you're just gassing me up. You're the one who just had the good pun. It's just a love fest.
I learned from the best.
The chat's along for the ride. Make me feel old. But in a good way. Here's going to be the push back in. Oh, lots of damage done. Rhett can't get too antsy with this. There's a crossfire setup, but he's got the player window. They've lost the guy window. Now it's big problems. Damage done. How is Rhett still alive? He's going to keep making this work, and somehow, some way, despite a really good setup for the T side to deal with that, this has wound up being an utter failure for them. Troy, the last to survive, but he'll be tracked down by Wolfie's op, and now Wolfie starts to come alive. He's now taken the lead on a fragging department. He's got that op in his hands. We talked about it. Wolfie, Mirage, AWP in the window, bad time for your opponents.
Oh, yeah. I think it was a great double play, too, where Wolfie was watching the back and the exit and Con got a free kill off of the back of that. But overall, Secret Club are just playing very well. They're not playing over-aggressive. They're playing rather mellow when they need to be, but also taking the fights when they have to push. Wrath, though, as I say that, goes overzealous in towards Underpass and does pay for it. Jitter will punish Zeptic, however, and now Classy's going to peek in towards apartments. He's definitely been the king of the castle up here so far. Drops Somali in towards the living room, and it's going to burn John and Nero back into the kitchen. But Jitter has top mid control. He has the bomb under his view as well. It doesn't know it yet. It's in the little cubby, but he has eyes on the cross to it. Classy's still going to harass in towards apartments too. Molotov to force Jitter out of position. Could yield something here. John has recovered the bomb, but Jitter's just going to drop a smoke on it. Smoke bomb down, but he will fall. A nice little deagle from John. Brings it to a 3v3 and decent damage here for Eclipse. Although the fact that 3 players on Secret Club are either above or just about at quadruple digits. That one.
I would
double
just
digit
like to point out-
thousands is kind of what I was going for, but
I need to bring something to your attention here, Austin. In chat, we had a beautiful pun joke put into chat by Q's. He had a few, but this one was good. All right, the hit's coming through. I'll talk about it in a second. Classy's going to make sure that this hit doesn't come to fruition. Rec will finish it off. It's another round for Secret Club. This joke, just stellar. I just went to an emotional wedding. Even the cake was in tears. Beautiful.
That's amazing. I love it.
Shout out to Q's in chat.
Yeah,
That is
shout
a
out Q's.
Great pun joke. Usually those are terrible. So my girlfriend's parents just visited, and her dad is fully into the dad jokes. So much so that he showed up prepared with 2 pages, typed, spaced, and printed, of
Double-spaced?
just one-liner jokes like that, one after another. It was quite the trove. Quite the trove. We had some fun with it.
Oh, I bet. Now the question is, were you able to out dad joke the dad?
No. I could contribute. I could keep some pace, but you can't. I don't have dad energy yet. I feel like if I eventually do procreate, which a scary day for the world that will be, then I'll ascend into my true form. It's just dad joke king.
Any Darth mics running around. That's a thought.
So one of the fun things that I do want to figure out if I ever have children, I have my left eyebrow does a very weird swooping upward thing, but my dad's eyebrow does the exact same thing. So if I have children who also have that, I will have successfully continued to learn specific mutants, and that's what I want to know. Here's an exchange towards ramp as I'm rambling about mutated eyebrows. Kills coming in though from Classy, it brings it back into control, and Jitter has this now, and it seems like this is just going to be a mow down, spray down. So despite the promising start towards ramp, they don't even get onto the dang site here, Boggs, and it is just double digits for Secret Club.
That's the thing, too, for Secret Club. They've been winning rounds with minimal casualties across the board. Rex died the most at 7. Then there's 2 on 6. 5 for Wolfie, and Classia at 3.
It's nuts.
He's died 3 times in 12
and he's
rounds.
top fragging. So it's not like he's avoiding conflict. Because sometimes
you'll
on Mirage, sometimes you'll see like a site anchor just doesn't die that often because they're just not in the fight that often. But usually they have low kill totals as well.
And he is the B anchor, too.
But he's just rotating quickly, coming in for the kills and not dying. Stud play from Classia.
He's definitely impressed me so far this season, but Droid will eliminate him. That's a good start to what could potentially break this string of rounds for Secret Club. Eclipse trying to get some B control. Bite looking out on towards A, eliminates Jitter and Wreck as well towards default. Wrath has pushed up Catwalk, but only to his demise as Bite is taking a massive chunk out of the Secret Club. He's just about won it single-handedly here. Wolfie walks into the crosshairs of Droid. No op recovered for Eclipse, but at the very least they are able to get a third, but max money sits on Classy and Wolfie. They are not hurting for economy whatsoever, and they will be able to buy out for the rest of this half, Mike. 2 more rounds to go. They could get 12-3 here off of a win.
Yeah.
But I think Eclipse might have found some momentum here towards the latter portions, and I hope for their sake that they have, because for pretty much this entire game so far, they've been getting obliterated. But now it's more of the same. Nades, Molotovs, and Jitter spray. Mowing down.
Oh,
Eclipse,
no.
Jitter with the sidearm, going for more. Out through Palace and down to L goes Droid. And Wreck through the smoke.
No.
Followed up on the last round.
They didn't see anyone.
They didn't see anybody at all.
They didn't see anyone. I think Jitter maybe saw someone on that first kill, and then he gets 3 in total through the smoke. Rec turns, gets the Palace player before the Palace player sees anybody. He was just trying to pre-fire something, and then they get the last. They didn't see anyone that round. What a way to get shut down. You finally break a round. You break the round clean as well with 5 players surviving, and then just the shutdown comes in. Nice flood Molotov from Rec. Maybe that'll give them a chance. Maybe. But here's another deep smoke. Rec's going to walk through it. Why not? That's a bridge too far. Bite does punish him for that. But when you're up 11-3, can you really blame him for being that cocky?
Not at all. I think it's impressive that they haven't gotten that cocky earlier on. I mean, already an 11-4 scoreline is more than what they would have asked for. It's more than anybody could have asked for. And a chance at a 12-3 would pretty much put this game to bed. Secret Club, they're allowed to get a little aggressive, I think. But the thing is, too, they're not overdoing it. They had one guy go and die. Now they're like, okay, maybe let's just play passive again and win this. I say passive as Jitter has advanced Palace control. But Eclipse are just stalling out in middle. And this is a thing we see a lot of teams fall victim to, Mike. They spend way too much time in utility in mid, and then when it comes down to the site hit, they don't have the time, and they get flanked in from both sides. But they are going to consolidate up towards A. 2 players up con early on. So this could work out for Eclipse here. They do have to worry about Jitter. And Wolfie has a great spot, too. He's not going to miss that. Out towards CT, Wolfie gets pushed back a little bit, and we'll actually have to wait for a rotation to come in and help him. Jitter's just going to buy his time. That's exactly what he needs to do. Classy comes in through Market, will go down though, and Droid Zeptic finds simultaneous frags. It's all down to Wrath. Definitely has the skill to put this one on his back, but Zeptic does as well. Despite his low HP at the end of that engagement, it will be a 4th round for Eclipse. But Eclipse really failed to get anything consistent on the board. I don't think Eclipse won 2 rounds in a row either. Actually, wait, no, they won the pistol in the 2nd round. That's it.
Yes. Yep.
And I don't really count that.
And then 2 very isolated gun rounds. But, you know, it's a 4th. Maybe gives them a chance to mount a defense here. Honestly, I even thought Secret Club played that pretty well. You get the initial pick from the Opera back towards ticket, then you fall off. You wait for the reinforcements to come in. You set for the retake. You got the Pipe Palace. The only mistake maybe they made was Jitter peeking out a bit too soon out of Palace, but he heard the plant going down, thought he could get away with it. And to be fair, he gets the kill. He denies the plant. He just then instantly gets traded, so it makes it tougher for the rest of his team. But all in all, that was a fine setup. That was a good play from Secret Club. I'm really impressed by how polished they are. We've seen a couple mistakes, specifically, you know, Rhett getting a little bit too cocky walking through the smoke, but that's just an overconfidence kind of thing. That's you know, we're stomping these guys, just keep going for it. I just haven't seen that same level from Eclipse just yet. But pest around was really good for them. And now we got another good start to this one. A body down already with the top mid push. Control taken in towards the middle for Secret Club, but without site control, without any damage done, it's not much to show for it. This could be huge for Jitter. Now he's got control of the window. He's got a body down as well. Droid can't control this. That puts a really awkward spot on for Nero, and Nero gets overwhelmed. Now the site is theirs. They know there's a guy ticket, and Bite gets traded. Bomb will be planted, and suddenly things are looking dire for Eclipse. Further damage done. Jitter just will not quit this game. And John is the last casualty to be found. A nice pistol round for Secret Club. Despite the early damage, they settle in. They secure it. That window pick is huge. And now they're set up beautifully to end this game swiftly.
Yeah, this is the ideal situation for Secret Club to go to 9-3. A couple more games after that, and they've just about clinched a playoff spot here. We are getting to the later portions of this season of MDL Season 13 of the Mountain Dew League. And Secret Club have really established themselves as a contender, I would say, to make a deep run in towards playoffs, which I don't necessarily think I expected them to be this good coming into the season. I expected them to be all right. I expected them to do some damage. I didn't expect them to be sitting at 9-3 with a chance to make top 4 and have a really good spot moving into playoffs. This has been a very surprising team. The young players, I mean, Wrath, he's young, but he's been around the scene for ages now.
Yeah.
But you look at like Classia, Jitter, and then now you have the addition of Wolfie. This team just made a great move. They swapped Wolves and got a bit stronger. Their pack has been strengthened.
The funny thing is, I don't even think they motivated it.
I don't think so.
As I understand it, from what I've read, from what I've seen, it was the other Wolfie who made the decision to swap and leave this roster, and they were like, all right, I guess we'll deal with the great Swedish Opera. What a shame. What a bummer. But what it gave them is it more defined roles, right? This is a nice trade. Droid, though, gets the kill with the Deagle, so maybe he keeps this possible. Nero could do some damage back from Ticket, and the reinforcements are here. You can see 2 players rotating. The bomb's coming this way as well, so they are going to commit to it. John! Oh, look at this flank out underpass. No one's watching. He's going to get the kill on Classia. Problem is he loses his teammate into window, and now that they know he's there, he shouldn't be as much of an issue, and indeed he's not. So Sight's under their control. There's one player out towards Ticket who could be a nuisance. He finds the timing and no one's watching. But Wreck plants it safe, and that's the finishing blow, so no problem here. 2 kills for the man we were talking about, Wolfie, and the round and Secret Club are up to 13.
This Secret Club squad has a good head on their shoulders. They play safe, they play smart, despite them blowing Eclipse out of the water. This isn't a game, this is a blowout. And Secret Club are continuing to play their style. They're continuing to play smart, they're not playing stupid, they're not giving Eclipse even a chance to get back into this one either. And this is something I've missed out of a lot of teams that have this sort of potential that Secret Club do. A lot of them get a little over-aggressive, they get a little overzealous, they get a little overconfident. And they do end up paying for it, but Secret Club, I think a lot of that does have to do with the experience on Wrath. They're playing a very methodical form of Counter-Strike, and it's fantastic to watch. And you mentioned them having a little more defined roles. I think that's made Secret Club become better. Yeah. Because nobody's like, okay, I'm going to pick up the op this round, why not? It's, yeah, we know Wolfie's going to op, and he's going to do a good job. Let's all rifle around him and do our jobs better. And it's allowing these players to take these duels with confidence, like Classy there on De Niro. It's allowing this team to move around fluidly across the map and completely take control of games.
Shots coming in here. That's going to be John Drop, though. Thought he might be able to get the kill on the player Palace and give them an opportunity. But at this point, I mean, this round's over. The bomb's making its way to be planted. There's 5 players alive. You can't really hope to do much of anything with the Eagles in the P250. Maybe find some players in the chase, give yourself some guns to fight with in the next. But it is going to be a 14th round for Secret Club, as they will be now 10 rounds up on their opponents. 10 rounds.
10 rounds.
Double digits of superiority. Double digits of a lead here, Austin. I think the chances for Eclipse were slim coming into the second half, right? We did not expect much from them. Those slim chances, I think we're approaching the none on the dial.
Yeah, it was close to a waxing gibbous, if anything.
All right, phases of the moon. My favorite is the names of full moons. Each month has a different name.
I don't go that far into the moon phases.
So in August, it's the sturgeon moon.
Ah, makes sense.
I find that hilarious, so I know that. One of them is the wolf moon. There's a blood moon. Do you know what a blue moon is?
It is a certain type of bloom of a full moon. That's whatever.
It's if there's a second full moon in a month.
Ah,
which is a very rare thing. It's
that's
a blue
why
moon.
The saying goes, once in a blue moon.
Exactly, once in a blue moon. There we go. So we'll see if a 10-round comeback can come in, because that is the kind of thing that happens once in a blue moon.
It is, but
I don't believe.
I don't think we're gonna see that blue moon shine tonight.
No.
Especially with a team with the name of Eclipse. It's their job to block out light.
Well, I mean, a lunar eclipse. We can see the blue moon eclipse the sun that is Secret Club shining right now. I'm painting a narrative. I'm painting a word picture here for you. I don't know if it's an optimistic word picture, but we're trying. He's going to be to take out a ramp. There's a lot of utility being thrown. That's... What's that Molotov? That was supposed to be a sandwich molly, I think, but he actually just mollies them back into ramp. Mistakes made there, and maybe that'll be very costly to the team. There's 2 players trying to boost up. Oh, God, and they both die as a result. That boost was way too awkward. Nero's peeking back in from Ticket. They're going to try with these Augs. And Nero, to be fair, is making it a bit spicy. But losing Johnny Connector, his health now down. That's it. That's done. That's dusted. That's map point here, Austin.
Jitter's too good.
He's good.
26-8, Mike.
He was a name. He came on a season ago, 2 seasons ago. And
it was a season ago.
I didn't know him prior to him joining, and then once he joined, I was like, okay, let's see what this new face is. You know, pulled him in, see what he can do, and instantly you recognize the skill, you recognize the mechanical ability, you realize, okay, this kid could be spicy. Let's keep watching, keep an eye on, see where he can go, and I'm excited to see him continue to progress. Nice early pick. Eclipse, they got to do something, right? So they go for the aggressive top mid play. Doesn't really work. They get one, though. And Jitter's now going to walk through a smoke, and it'll work, because he had a player walking out Palace as well. This round's kind of madness, as we've seen a little bit of the goofiness perhaps creep in here. But Jitter's now got a chance to really start. on his opposition. It's not a chance he's going to be able to take. Here's the first round of the second half for Eclipse.
First round of the second half, and we've played 5. That's not a good sign for Eclipse. In fact, we're now at the Taco 15-5 scoreline, and chances are it'll probably end somewhere around the 16-5, but Eclipse could try and change that narrative here. They do have rifles, they do have utility, they have 3 kits, and they've found a bit of success here going aggressive on their CT side, but I think Wrath is ready for it now. And indeed, he has 1 kill, but only 1. Still trades favor the T's here. They will try and take control of it. However, Byte has gone aggressive and taken a second down. Zeptic holding down Catwalk for a third. Nero has taken significant damage in towards Widow, but he still has a chance on Classia, who gets caught with the molly in hand, and he will fall. Zeptic has done a lot. Nero and Byte as well. Jitter and Wolfie, the last 2 alive for Secret Club. I think a B hit might be in the cards here for the T side, although there's a 3 stack towards B thanks to that aggression from Byte out Palace. It has been cleared. Zeptic holding the little head glitch angle out by Van has a massive opportunity to take him down. Jitter's going to walk up Catwalk. A split will be coming through. Wolfie has somehow gone unnoticed in towards Pasture. He's at the lamps now. But John's watching for Jitter. Hero's still in towards Market. John will eliminate Jitter. Out on the balcony goes Wolfie. Zeptic chimes in. And it is going to be double for Eclipse here. 6-15 now the scoreline. And money not exactly the best for Secret Club. I think pistols, maybe some SMGs would be coming out here, but...
This is the classic. Start to win some rounds right at the end, right when they found map point. They take their foot off the ignition just a touch. And you start to win some rounds to give yourself hope.
Oh, yeah.
Trick for Secret Club is you can't let that foot off the gas pedal just too much. You can't let them really get back into it and start to get going. You want to snuff this out quickly. You want to put that brick back down, drive this car over the cliff. Classy's going to be down early. This might be another kill, but actually Nero's exposed. This Deagle's dangerous. He's gone down, and here's the problem. His rifle's now very retrievable, and there's not much his teammates can do about this to prevent it from being found. So that's now an AK in the hands of Wolfie. He'll give that over to his teammate, Wrath, since Wrath's got the armor. It makes a lot of sense. Wolfie on the Deagle, and suddenly what should have been a cakewalk round becomes dangerous.
Yep. The Deagle is still in the hands of Rek and Jitter too. Rek already with the first. Wolfie with the Deagle is still a very dangerous character. Wrath with that AK, though, is definitely, I think, somebody I want to keep my eye on here to try and open things up for Secret Club. It's going to be an A hit, too. And with Byte exposed towards the middle and kind of leaving the ticket booth player alone, Droid has so much weight on his shoulders, and these 2 players towards B are going to have to make a rotation happen quickly if they want something to work. Byte's not watching mid anymore. He's watching towards Palace from jungle. But still, it's going to be an A split, and Droid just about dodges the vision of Rek, which is going to go well for him. But if Rek can peek him out from triple, this could be huge. Byte will show, though. But Rek has gone unnoticed. He's going to creep on forward here and land the headshot on the Byte. Push forward towards Rat Hole 2. Wolfie eliminates Droid on sight. Bomb can come through, and the jungle rotation's on lock thanks to Rek. A high flashbang to ward off CT presence. AKs and M4s on everybody from Secret Club. And of all the rounds to lose, if you are Eclipse, this would be one of the most painful against the pistols of Secret Club here. On top of the boxes, Wolfie goes down early, but he did not have armor. Wrath shines for one more. Zeptic 1v2 has to make it work. Smoke on the bomb. Rek is not to the cap. Neither has Wrath, and Wrath will just spam the smoke. Zeptic falls, and Secret Club advanced to a 9-3 record. Very convincing win over Eclipse, and this Secret Club squad continues to look scarier and scarier every single time I watch them play.
Absolutely do. Love to see it from them. Love to see that continued growth, and love to see what we were talking about in terms of them not taking things for granted in those last few rounds. We saw maybe one or two more pushes out smoke than we would have liked, ideally, but they had the confidence that they were going to be able to take that through, and there was every reason for it. So Secret Club, slate them up as a dangerous contender here late in the season. Obviously for Eclipse, things have been going a bit haywire this season. We'll see if they manage to survive or whether they're going to be under threat of relegation. It certainly seems like that's on the table. We do actually have a last map for broadcast. We weren't going to, as our last map had wildcard canceled on us. But I think we moved Rebirth versus Kinship into that 9:45 slot. So we will be having a game, folks. Stick with us. That's going to be going live at 9:45, or at least it should be. So keep your eyes on this channel. We'll be back in about half an hour for more of that sweet, sweet ESEA Mountain Dew League action.
And you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until
switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone would show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes all close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move, bringing summer to you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it down the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's Miley for the melancholy. Cody fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, why you leaving me? Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's Miley for the melancholy. Cody fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, why you leaving me? Put me on my misery.
I was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive. We come alive in the nighttime.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I passed the point of no return, something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive. Oh, I see the signs and I see we're there. And I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be where we'll awake again. Right from the start, I see the end. A world torn apart, but I know we're meant. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be where we'll awake again.
Yeah. Ay, push start, ay. Ball so hard, ay. Raise the bar, ay. Turn into a star, ay. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper, it's minimum effort. Yeah, your corpse getting severed. The industry dry, it's a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my letter. Don't Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basics, skipping this classes. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we countin' them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I see my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this, don't like surprises. I cause a crisis, man, I'm a scientist. With the music I spice things, up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Contest with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard.
I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different. Tell me everything's alright. Life is just a bunch of phases, and if it's not, we'll still be fine. I know we're going places. I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
So